Alright my friends, so today we are going to talk about the new final form cooler unique equipment and whether you should farm it or not, and I would love to hear your opinion about it in the comments section below. Now before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like and share to support the channel, and without any further ado, let's just get started. So first of all, we are going to talk about the equipment itself, and then we are going to compare it with the equipment that Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the purple one, got, and by that we will get a good idea about whether it is going to be a good equipment or not, because we already saw how big of a difference the unique equipment for Super Saiyan 4 Goku did actually for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So if it is anything similar to it, it will most likely make as big difference for Cooler as well. So first of all, let's start with the unique equipment for Cooler. As you can see, the first slot is base health, 8 to 15%, base strike attack and blast attack 30 to 60%, and base strike and blast defense 40 to 80%. So I think that this is actually pretty much what they are going to do every time from now on for slot 1, which is very good because this increase in attack and this increase in defense is very good, and then base health is always welcome as well. The slot 2 is basically inflicted damage 40 to 90%, sustained damage cut 10 to 25%, base critical 25 to 50%, base key recovery 35 to 70%, and restores own health by 5 to 15% when switched to standby. And it seems that there is no limitation for it, so it doesn't say activates once or twice or anything similar. It only says that it's basically going to restore his health every time he is switched to standby, which is a pretty big upgrade to his kit actually. 5 to 15% of his health. This is actually a massive number, especially if you get the 15%. That is going to be very annoying. Slot 3. Increase arts card draw speed by 1 level, reduces enemy key by 30 when entering the battlefield. So this is basically aimed on making him a little bit more tanky and disrupting the opponent's combo. Applies the following effects to self when switched to standby, plus 15% to critical rate, and apparently it is permanent. However, it doesn't say, or actually it cannot be cancelled because it is from an equipment. So yeah, it cannot be cancelled. It is permanent. So he is going to get 15% twice, which means that he is going to get in total 30% critical rate, and then 20% to critical damage as well, but it activates only once. So he is going to get 20% to critical damage and 30% to critical rate, which is absolutely insane. Or reduce enemy key by 10 when entering the battlefield. So if he is switched to standby, he is going to gain these two buffs. If he is entering the battlefield, he is going to do this debuff on the enemy, which is actually very good because this, together with this, he is going to reduce the enemy key by a lot. So now let's compare it with Super Saiyan 4 Goku's unique equipment and see how good that is. So here we are with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and as you can see, the first slot is pretty much the same, except for the fact that they increased the base strike defense and blast defense from 60% here for Goku to 80% for Cooler, which is actually a big upgrade, to be honest. 20% more is a lot. It's not a little, it's a lot. So that is already a win here in slot 1. Now slot 2, as you can see, we have inflicted damage 40 to 90 and sustained damage cut 10 to 25. When it comes to Goku, it is again 40 to 90 and 10 to 30. Okay, so Goku has a little bit higher sustained damage cut top, but still it's only going to be basically 3 buffs here, and it is health restoration 5 to 15, restore on health by 5 to 15. Okay, so this is going to increase the health restoration, which isn't the same as restoring own health. So this is actually way better. This is definitely way better. And then we have also as extra base critical from 25 to 50% and base key recovery 35 to 70%. So this is a massive W slot too in comparison with Goku's unique equipment. And then the slot 3, increase arts card draw speed by 1 level, increase arts card draw speed by 1 level, so they have the same ability there. Reduces enemy key by 40 when changing cover, activates twice, so he has a limit on it. Reduces enemy key by 30, so it is 10 less when entering the battlefield, but he doesn't have any limit on it, so it is permanent. Every time he switches in, he is going to reduce the enemy key by 30, which is pretty crazy. Applies the following effects to self when switched to standby, and he gains, as we saw, 30% critical rate and 20% critical damage. And here it is, applies the following effects to self when this character uses special arts. Draw a strike arts card next, restores key by 50. So apparently they went two different ways here. Here they made it easier for Goku to draw a card with his special skill, which increases his card draw speed immediately, which means that he is going to be able to basically continue his combo, which is going to be very good for him. And he is also going to, on top of that, restore 50 key, which is very good as well. So that is good. And then to Cooler, they gave him basically offensive capabilities here, which is very good for him as well. So I would say that this effect here is actually a draw between the two. Each one of them got what he needs for it. And then or restores own key by 15 when this character uses special arts, which is very good as well. And reduces enemy key by 10 when entering the battlefield. So in my opinion, this unique equipment, if you are a Lineage of Evil main, this equipment is going to be very good for your Cooler. This is definitely going to be very good for your Cooler. Now, why am I saying Lineage of Evil main? Well, because Cooler doesn't have any place to be used on other than that team. Right now, that team is dead. However, we got two buffs for the Lineage of Evil team, and that is basically the Zinkai Awakening for the base Cooler and the unique equipment for the final form Cooler. And who knows what we might get next week? We might get a Zinkai Awakening for the final form Cooler. Who knows? Everything is possible. However, I think that we might get actually a Legends Limited character for Lineage of Evil or an Ultra character for Lineage of Evil. And if that happens, then this unique equipment is going to be very, very good, because this boy is a very good buffer for Lineage of Evil team, and he is going to be pretty good actually on your team. He is going to be a character that you want to have on your team to buff your new Lineage of Evil character. So if you are planning on summoning for the Lineage of Evil character in case we get it, then this unique equipment is definitely going to be a very good choice to farm to make your final form Cooler a little bit better. Now, is he going to be on the level of new characters? No, but he is going to be good enough to be used just like Goku, and maybe even better actually, against new characters, and still be able to perform basically on a very good level. So that's what matters for these equipments. So this is my opinion about it. Let me know your opinion about it in the comments section below, and I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that they can enjoy it too. And if you got any useful information from this video, or if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe my channel and turn on the notification bell beside it so that you stay notified with everything new about the Dragon Ball Legends. And with that being said, see you as always in the next video of Dragon Ball Legends.